Welcome to Carbonize This, where we take everyday items and turn them into carbon. Today we're celebrating Independence Day. One of the big events on the 4th of July is a hot dog eating contest held at Coney Island by Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs. This year, Joey Chestnut returns to defend his title. He's won a total of 16 times. One year, he ate 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. So today, we're gonna carbonize some hot dogs. All of these hot dogs are Nathan's Famous all-beef franks, but we've prepared them 4 different ways. First, we have the all-beef hot dog. Then we have that same hot dog in a bun all by itself. For our friends in the north, we have a classic Chicago dog, poppy seed bun, tomato, white onion, neon relish, mustard, pepper, pickle, and celery salt. For our friends in the south, we have a chili dog with slaw and mustard. Which way do you prefer your hot dogs? We're going to use the small kiln for this experiment. We're going to load the Chicago dog and the southern dog first. We're going to put our grill rack in. Last, we'll put the plain hot dogs in. Not your everyday grill setup. We do things here a little different. Time to seal it up. Now we're going to load the inner barrel into the outer barrel. Now we'll load wood between the 2 barrels. We've loaded up the wood and now it's time to light it. Now it's time to put the chimney on. We're carbonizing these hot dogs, and carbonization uses a process called pyrolysis. With pyrolysis, you heat an item to very high temperatures in a low oxygen environment, and that's what we're doing here with our kiln. What's going to happen to these hot dogs is all the fats, greases, moisture are going to escape and leave that inner barrel, and it's going to leave behind the carbon shell of these hot dogs. At the end of this video, we're going to try to take some of those carbonized hot dogs and use it as a fuel source to cook additional hot dogs. Do you guys think it'll work? Let me know in the comments. Now we're going to let this run for several hours, and then it's going to cool down overnight. And in the morning, we'll show you guys the results. It's the next morning. It's time to check out the hot dogs. Wow, they practically disintegrated. On this top tray, we had just a hot dog and then a plain hot dog and bun. Now I want to look at the other 2. Oh, those turned out awesome. They're still intact. Look at that. You can still make it out. Here we have the plain hot dog, and a lot of it just off gas, all the moisture, grease, fats, etc. And it left behind this kind of goo that then carbonized. And we see that happen with high protein items like meat. And you can see it's just a little bit of crust. If you're trying to create high volumes of biochar or charcoal, using meat is not the way to go. Here we have the Nathan's hot dog with just the bun. This is the type of hot dog that's in the hot dog eating contest. Now I know a lot of you have asked me to eat these items. I'm not eating this one, and I don't think Joey Chestnut would either. All right, I'm gonna try to move it over to the table. So we have a fresh hot dog right here, so you can see how much it shrank after carbonization. We're gonna look at the southern dog. So we've got the coleslaw on top, and you can see a lot of that texture is still there. And here on the side, you can see some of the chili that was below the slaw. Then you've got the hot dog itself, which just kind of melts. And then the bun. Oh, and there was mustard on this. Actually, here's the mustard. Now it's very lightweight. It definitely has carbonized completely. I'm gonna snap this in half and see if we can get a cross section of it. Oh look, yeah, the hot dog completely melted away. It's just a hollow shell of the hot dog. And all the chili and slaw is on the sides and the top. So the hot dog completely melted away and left it hollow on the inside. So on our Chicago dog, we've got the bottom of the bun here, then the layer of tomatoes. That's that piece, and that piece. And then we've got our peppers right here. Right here's a little bit of onion, and then the relish, and a lot of that relish just kind of melted down. and then our dill pickle spear. And then the hot dog itself did the same thing as the others. It melted and it's likely hollow on the inside. Now we took a regular hot dog bun, used an egg wash, and put these poppy seeds on ourselves. And you can see the egg wash actually made the bun really shiny. Look how it compares to the bun on the chili dog. Shiny with poppy seeds and then dull. This right here looks like the hot dog, but the other hot dogs pretty much melted away. That could be some of the relish. So let's break it open and find out. Oh, there's the inside of the hot dog. What we're thinking is actually the sugar inside of that sweet relish melted around the hot dog and then carbonized, and then the hot dog itself mostly just vaporized. In other videos, we've talked about how we use this carbon that's left over. We often use it to create biochar, but we've also mentioned that you can use it as a fuel source, basically like charcoal. So what we're going to try to do is use these hot dogs as fuel to cook this one. All right, we're going to try to cook hot dogs with hot dogs. Now the hot dogs didn't create a lot of charcoal, so we're going to use this can that I just drilled some holes in as our little makeshift grill, and then we'll see if we can cook another hot dog on top of it. All right, we'll put the carbonized hot dogs in there now. I've got paper on the bottom just to get that fire started. We're going to light it from the bottom. We use paper to start the fire, and the carbonized hot dogs have ignited, but you notice there's no smoke at all. And that's because all the impurities were already burned off when we made that charcoal. So it's very clean burning fire, but it is definitely hot. So what we're gonna do real quick is I'm gonna blow on it so you can see the red embers on the hot dog buns that are in here, and then we'll cook a hot dog over the fire. We've got enough heat, we can start cooking this hot dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Let's check it out. There we go. Looking pretty good. Let's cook it on the other side. Okay, I think that's about it. Oh, that's hot. So here are the results. It definitely cooked the hot dog. So we did it. We turned hot dogs into charcoal and then used hot dog charcoal to cook a hot dog. Let's see how it tastes. It cooked it completely through. Nice and juicy. So that's what happens when you carbonize hot dogs. If you have any ideas on what we should carbonize next, put them in the comments below. And have a happy Independence Day. See you next time.